How you doing, Facebook? Well, I don't know where to start with this video really. It's been a journey, man. It's been a journey. It's probably been the most ruthless, mind-boggling, draining 3 years of my life. But I can finally say that I'm over it now. I'm content and I'm happy in what I've got and who I am. For all the people that called me, and I don't hold any bitterness towards them. The thing is, people don't understand, when you carry bitterness, you never become happy because you've always got that chip on your shoulder. I don't have a chip on my shoulder. The thing is with me, I like my own space, I like my own company. And like I've said before, sometimes I like my own company because when I am in company I can be triggered, my mind can go haywire, and I can go a bit potty because, like I say, sometimes I'm not the full shilling, you know. I'm not afraid to admit that, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I'm mentally stable completely, do you know what I mean? But I can say I'm probably in one of the best places that I've ever been. The gym's played a massive part. Having a couple of decent, really good friends around me helping me has played a good part. Visiting my family, getting to see them, has played a good part. And taking my medication, it's played a great part. Anyone that says don't take meds, listen, man. If you wanna get better and you think that only the gym's gonna help you, in my opinion you're wrong, because I tried that. I tried no meds and just the gym, and it didn't work. It didn't keep my mind stable. But it depends what mental health issues that you've got. In November I'm fighting Jack Draper, and like I said, I've discussed this on my YouTube. Depending the outcome, this could be my last fight. And that isn't me avoiding anybody. At the end of the day, I've been doing it since 2013 and I've had a long time to think about it. Everyone knows there's only one fight that I want. We won't get into it. But I'm not overlooking anybody, and like I said, Jack's a very, very tough test, and you know, if I win, I'll consider carrying on, but if I lose, that's me done, because you know I don't want to be beaten. You know what I mean? I don't want to be beaten. I want to retire undefeated from bare knuckle. But it's not just that as well. You got to understand, and people don't get it. Bare knuckle fighting takes it out of you. I remember fighting David Price in 2017. And that took me months to recover. I broke my thumb, fractured my rib, my eye socket, I had heat stroke. We were fighting for a long time, and it was a hard fight. And I can sense and I know that the November fight's going to be tough, because Jack's 19 stone and I'm going to be coming in about 17 and a half. I'm going to be fit, be very fit. I mean, fitness is, at the end of the day, I've put on size, but cardio is my first priority. It always has, always is. You know, when I'm in that gym, always get my core work and my cardio and my stretching in first before I lift any weights. But it's always light weights anyways, light weights to failure. People think lifting big heavy weights build muscles, complete and utter rubbish. And it's about stressing the muscle out. When you stress the muscle grows. But yeah, it's, you know, I've had a long think this week, man. I've had a long think this week, and on one hand, when I've got nothing to look forward to, your head goes a bit, well, what do I do next? But then on the other hand, I'm just actually enjoying life as I am. Like, I got no drama. I'm going to the gym every day. I'm in routine. The thing is, I have to be in routine. if I'm not in, you can ask anybody that knows me, even when I go to my mum's and visit mother, I'm taking my own food with me, my vitamins. I'm like OCD, laying them all out in a order that I need to take them in. If I go out of routine, my head goes a little bit west. So I wouldn't say I'm fully stable. You know, there's always a chance that I could lose the heat and start getting a bit potty, but I've not felt that for a long time because I'm in a good place. And I don't want people to take offence to me not hanging about with anybody or me being in people's company. It's a choice of my own because I like my own company. I don't get lonely. Loneliness for me has built a strength within that's made me strong. Spending all that time on my own, it just builds your strength, because then you're relying on yourself. You're not relying on anybody, do you know what I mean? And you rely on yourself, your own happiness. So you're not relying on anybody to make you happy but yourself. And I am happy going to the gym, going on my sunbed, getting my hair cut, going down to the sea and going in the cold water, and having my food and going to the gym. Simple things. That is not much to ask in life, is it? I'm not interested in materialistic things, anything like that. I like documentaries now and again, but I actually stopped watching all the negative stuff because I found, and this is a bit of advice to people with mental health, on a night time, when you watch, like, you know, when you watch your serial killer stuff and your documentaries and your stuff to do with murder and horror, it's not good for the mind. It puts your mind in a bit of a slippery place, and sometimes you find yourself waking up in a dark place in the morning. So what I tend to do now is I fall asleep. It's crazy. I fall asleep, I put David Attenborough and I fall asleep to his voice or Raindrops. Or what I'll do is I'll watch a comedy before I go to bed, like something funny, like with Jim Carrey, something that makes you laugh, something that's fun, that puts them positive vibes into your mind. It's them simple little things that you need to learn that can keep you on track. And this is why I made the epic story of Tomorrow channel, because of the experience I went through myself, probably the darkest time of my life. When I was in there, I decided then I wanted to help people, because there was worse people in there than me, and I was sitting around and I was looking, and I was actually interested in their stories, and I was speaking to them. And I sat down one day and I thought, I've got to spread a message here. I've got to spread a message, because there's a lot of unspoken people out there that are just keeping secrets and they're not speaking out, and they're too ashamed to speak about their mental health. They feel that they're weak, but they're not. So me being a big tattooed bare knuckle fighter, being vulnerable, showing his vulnerability and talking about mental health, hopefully leads the way to other people doing that, because there's nothing to be ashamed of at all. So that's just my little message for tonight before I drink the rest of my water and probably put, I'm going to watch Liar Liar tonight with Jim Carrey. But I just wanted to get that out, just say that, you know. But as I say, like I say, my career depends on November. You've got to remember I'm 38, I'm not 28-year-old, you know what I mean? Yes, I do feel in my prime, I'm at my fittest, but you've got to remember as well, as time goes on, your body slows down. So in your mind, you're thinking you're fitter, but can your body carry what your mind's telling you? Do you know what I mean? So we'll find out in November. I'm going in confident, of course. I've never lost a bare knuckle fight in my life. You know, this is going to be my biggest test. I mean, the biggest bloke I ever fought was Stephen Miller, and he was 6'9", 23 stone. Which I think Jack's about 6'3", 19 stone. Big heavy lad, you know what I mean? And you've got to remember, when you're getting punched off them size of a bloke, you're feeling it, like. So I'll be mentally prepared, I'll be physically prepared, and I'll be at my best. So, like, as I say, the outcome of that will make me decide what I want to do. Not just that as well, I mean, I mean, especially after the November fight, I went home to my mother with a big gash down my head. I mean, do you want your family to see that? Do you know what I mean? These are the things you have to take into consideration. Do you want your family to see you be bruised up and beat up all the time? What for? You know what I mean? What for? Like, what reason? What's, you know, unless you're getting a big old wage packet. But like these beef fights and doesn't interest us anymore. Not interested in all that. It's all positive for me. So listen, guys, I just want to say good night. Thank you for listening to me blabbering on. And gym time in the morning.